Something is here killing us. It's a terrible thing to watch people die of cancer and realize the suffering that they're going through, and to realize that you could be next. Welcome to Reserve, Louisiana. This is the cancer capital of the United States. But we know that people in this little town is suffering at a cancer rate that's 700 to 800 times that of the nation.
We're in what's known as Cancer Alley in Louisiana, an area between New Orleans and Baton Rouge lined with petrochemical plants and refineries. Most of the towns here are poor and black with extremely high rates of sickness and suffering. Robert Taylor has lived here all his life, and he's surprised he's made it to the age of 77.
Then my mother got cancer. My brother died of lung cancer. My sister's son died of lung cancer. My wife got it, my daughter. When it wasn't close relatives, it was the next door neighbor and the people down the street.
He's currently in a legal battle against a large chemical plant a few blocks from his house. It's the only plant in the U.S. which makes chloroprene, a chemical the EPA says is a likely carcinogen.
I think the emissions need to stop. I don't think that human life should be subject to the profit motive.
What chloroprene goes to make is the neoprene material that goes in wetsuits and laptop covers. It's more of a product that's made for people's recreation.
Well, that's a part of the humiliation that we suffer. We don't even have a swimming pool in the black community. The predatory attitude that the powers that be have toward black people has not changed since slavery. The methodologies and whatnot changed, but the effect in all of this is still the same. We're still deep in slavery in America.
Reserve was once a thriving black community post-World War II. Robert's parents and many others were drawn to work in the large sugar refinery or farming the surrounding sugarcane fields. The sugar company closed in 1985, and now petrochemical companies have bought out much of the town because of its proximity to the Mississippi River, highways, and railroads. All that's left of Robert's childhood neighborhood now is this cemetery, which is ironically filled with Robert's relatives who mostly died of cancers linked to the emissions.
All of our ancestors here now are covered by this monstrosity here.
So you have to visit from here?
I had to either visit from here or I can't go on that property without, I can't even walk across now to go into the cemetery.
This is the cemetery. Across the tracks, this is where I was standing with Robert. Petrochemical companies own all of the surrounding land.
My mom and my dad in there, brothers and sisters, uncles, aunts, my grandfather. But look what I've got to go through. Look what I'm up against, just trying to come and visit with them.
Robert teamed up with Wilma Subra, a chemist who is doing pro bono scientific analysis for the community. They hold regular meetings to fill the town in on what's going on.
Everyone's been exposed for a very, very long time. DuPont has been making chloroprene here in Laplace Reserve area for 49 years and releasing it into the air.
DuPont operated the plant until Dinka took it over in 2015, keeping on almost all of the facility's employees.
This is the only community exposed to chloroprene at these high concentrations in the whole United States.
Chloroprene is released into the air during its production process. It can't be seen, but does give off a pungent smell. The chemical enters the body when it's breathed in, ingested, or absorbed through the skin, and is linked to liver, kidney, and digestive cancers, as well as leukemia, heart, and reproductive problems. So in your opinion, is it undeniable that it's linked?
Yes, it is totally undeniable that the link is there, yes. We have the Fifth Ward School right there with the lower elementary being really, really exposed.
This school is a big point of contention. Robert went to school here in the late 50s, early 60s during segregation. It's still a majority black school today. The school has levels of chloroprene that are 400 times higher than what the EPA says is safe to breathe.
A large percentage of these students live right here as well. So they're being bombarded, these kids are being bombarded with that, some of them 24 hours a day.
How far away is this elementary school from the plant?
1,500 feet.
Wow.
So yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just right beyond
Right,
those trees
yes,
right
right beyond those trees. Those trees right there is the plant. People most affected by the negative aspects of it are the poor and the powerless, which in America, by and far, are the people of color, or black people. From what I get from them since I've been involved is just a sense of helplessness, powerlessness. How can we fight these powerful, rich organizations? Once we can get enough people to join with us, that's where our power will be. You know, we'll exercise political power. That's where our hope lies in